Today I'm reviewing a 1997 Audi A6, which is the first generation model that was introduced for the 1995 model year and ran through 1997. The A6 is a successor to the Audi 100, which was sold for 3 generations, so it's also known as the C4. The A6 is currently on its 5th generation, and that 5th generation model is likewise known as the C8. Now, the A6 was introduced at a time when Audi was really making a transition from being a niche luxury brand within the US market to becoming one of the mainstream players that it is today. That was due primarily to the introduction of the all-new A4 as well as the A6. Now, the A6 actually doesn't change all that much when compared with the 3rd generation model of the Audi 100. The two vehicles look nearly identical. We get a few minor updates that gives it a more contemporary look, a few changes to the interior, but overall the two vehicles look extremely similar. The main thing that changes between the 3rd generation model of the Audi 100 and the 1st generation model of the A6 is the price. In 1994, an Audi 100 CS had a base price of $45,000. In 1995, when the A6 came out, the base price was $33,000. Now, it did come with fewer options than what you got with the Audi 100, but obviously making the vehicle more competitive from a price standpoint was very appealing to US buyers. In terms of styling on the vehicle, it certainly looks very boxy by today's standards, but when it came out back in 1995, it actually had a very aerodynamic look to it, very smooth lines, and was a very attractive vehicle. It does have a very simple design to it, very conservative overall. You'll see starting up here at the front fascia, a very simple design with the headlight and grille. You'll see that the grille's got a simple chrome strip around the surround, and then our headlights have integrated fog lights and a sprayer down below to help clear those lenses. Likewise, the lower bumper's got a nice simple design to it. On the side here, this little trim piece along the side here on the Audi 100 was black. Now it's body colored to give it a cleaner appearance. You'll see we've got an Audi emblem here as well. And then wheel designs have also been updated. This is a 16-inch rim on this model. Wrapping around the window compartment, you'll see we've got a simple chrome strip to give it that premium look without being too over the top. And then you'll see we've got a sliding sunroof up top as well. Coming around to the back, you'll see that our tail light lenses wrap around the corner of the vehicle and onto this trunk lid. Got our keyhole integrated there as well. Just overall very simple design back here. And all around, the A6 really does have a nice look to it. It's certainly very characteristic of the 90s. It's got a very unique appearance from that standpoint. Again, a little bit dated by today's standards, and it does look pretty boxy. But if you look at it for what it is, it's a pretty cool design overall. The A6 has keyless entry with a panic button, and inside it's got a very attractive interior. It's got a nice simple design with good fit and finish, wood insets, a few chrome accents, two-tone color combination, and plenty of leather wrap surfaces including the seats and steering wheel. We've got power windows, power door locks, 4 memory settings, driver's seat is powered. Instrument cluster's got a nice classy look to it with chrome surrounds on each of the gauges. Got 3 vents here in the center dash, heated seats for driver and front passenger side with 6 settings. Got fog lights, defroster for the rear window, hazard lights, audio system down below with AM/FM radio, cassette player, and we've also got a CD player that's located in the trunk. It's got a Bose premium audio system, and then to the left here we've got power mirrors for driver and passenger side. Climate control down below with 2 LCD screens. It's got heat and air conditioning. Got our gear shifter here in the center, cigarette lighter, emergency brake, center armrest that folds up with 2 cup holders down below. And then we've also got a small compartment up top, a little bit of storage built in. Manual dimming rear view mirror, and a sliding sunroof. Looking into the rear seat of the A6, you'll see that it's very spacious back here. Center seat back here folds down into an armrest and has a pass-through to the trunk area with a built-in ski bag. Got 2 vents and a cigarette lighter. And then the doors have a little bit of storage space built in, as well as ashtrays. Coming around to the rear of the A6, we just push in on the keyhole here to unlatch the trunk lid. And you'll see that it's fairly spacious back here. Got our CD player over here on the passenger side. And then again, that pass-through ski bag in the center seat. The first generation model of the A6 was offered in front-wheel drive or with Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, and it came exclusively with a 2.8-liter V6 that had 172 horsepower. That was paired to either a 4-speed automatic or 5-speed manual in 1995, but going forward, it was only offered with the automatic transmission. The EPA rating on the A6 was 17 miles per gallon in the city and 22 to 23 miles per gallon on the highway, and it offered a 0 to 60 time that varied between 8.9 and 10.2 seconds depending on powertrain and transmission. A front-wheel drive with the 5-speed manual being your fastest option, and the 4-speed automatic with the Quattro all-wheel drive system being the slowest option. Well, for a 23-year-old vehicle, the A6 is pretty nice overall. It definitely feels like a luxury vehicle. It's very comfortable, smooth, quiet, and given its age, it's a pretty nice vehicle overall. I feel like this is where Audi really started to kind of get a little bit of momentum, but it was the generation that came after this where they really took off and we see a substantial improvement. This vehicle overall, like I said, it's very smooth, it's quiet and comfortable for a vehicle from this era. Definitely not as dialed in terms of handling as what you're going to find with more modern Audis. Doesn't feel as planted, the handling doesn't feel quite as impressive, and it just kind of feels like the vehicle is definitely much heavier in the front. It feels like a front-wheel drive vehicle in a lot of ways. On top of that, with just 172 horsepower, it's not especially powerful. Another great feature on the A6 is the Quattro all-wheel drive system, which makes it incredibly capable in snow and ice conditions. Going back to 1997, if you wanted a vehicle that was 4-wheel drive, your options were pretty limited for something that was smaller, more fuel efficient, and fun to drive, and that's where the A6 offered a really nice advantage. In more recent years, we see a lot more vehicles with all-wheel drive systems, but at this time, it was a pretty unique find. So that's a look at the first generation model of the Audi A6. Certainly a very nice vehicle for its time, but it's also incredible to see how far Audi has come since 1997. If you have any comments or questions on the A6, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.